I'm going to tell you the story about how the spider got its 8 long thin legs. So once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a spider called Anansi. Anansi loved food so much, and his wife was a really good cook too, but he always liked to taste the food of others. So one day he stopped at his friend's house, Tom. Tom is a cat, and they were really good friends. "I smell greens," said Anansi. "Yes, they are almost done. Stay with me until they are?" "No, I would love to, but I have things to do." So the spider Anansi wondered and wondered. He really wanted to eat the greens, so he came up with an idea. "I know. I will spin a web. I will tie one end around your pot and the other end around my leg, and when you're done, tug at the web and I will come to you." Tom thought it was a great idea, and so it was done. So Anansi went along, and suddenly, "I smell beans, delicious beans cooking in a pot." "Come eat our food with us," the penguins said. "They're almost done." "Thank you, I would love to." And again, Anansi suggested to spin a web with one end tied around his leg and one end tied around their bean pot, and the penguins thought it was a great idea, and so it was done. So Anansi went along, and again, "I smell sweet potatoes and honey, I do believe." "Come share my pot with me," said the dog. "I have a pot full of sweet potatoes and honey, and they're almost done. Come share my food." "Thank you, I would love to," Anansi said. But Anansi wanted to go to the river, so he suggested the same thing again, to spin a web and tie one end around his leg and one end around his pot, and when he was done, he would tug on it. So the dog thought it was a great idea, and so it was done. By the time Anansi arrived at the river, he had one web tied around each of his 8 legs. "This was a wonderful idea," Anansi said proudly to himself. "I wonder whose pot will be ready first." And just then, ouch! He felt one web string tug. This must be Tom's pot. And then he felt another and another. "Oh dear," he said as the 4th web string pulled. This was not a good idea. And then he felt the 5th web string pull, and the 6th web string pull, and the 7th, and the 8th. And Anansi was pulled this way and that way, and his legs kept getting thinner and thinner. Anansi was tired, so he rolled himself by the river, and when all the web strings were washed away, he rolled himself painfully up the shore. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all, he thought to himself. And Anansi never got any food that day, and never since, Anansi the spider has had 8 very long thin legs.